Borderline personality disorder. Well, welcome to the Q and A live stream of Mr. BPD this fine Saturday. YouTube likes to jack up that microphone there. Let's turn that down. Down. All right. You will all have to let me know if that microphone is way too loud or not loud enough. YouTube likes to play with it for some reason. So I don't know why you'd be here watching me on a fine Saturday, but here you are. Get my cigarette, that'd be helpful. It shows somebody's watching. Who's that? Who's out there? Or do you want to stay anonymous? It's all right. You can stay anonymous. So since this is a question Q&A video, luckily I already have some questions from some other people. So we'll just get started with those and then we'll see if anybody's joined. And oh, there we go. 4. That's amazing. They're probably all bots. Thank you. I would say you're looking great as well. All right, so first question I got here is, when were you diagnosed? Not too long ago. Being male with borderline personality disorder makes it incredibly hard to get diagnosed or to see any kind of mental health professionals. Most of the time, they just want to throw you in jail. And I actually had to go down and tell them what was wrong with me to get a diagnosis. Then they ran the tests and all that. So I was diagnosed probably about a year ago, officially, I think. It was a pain in the ass. Is BPD all you have? No, I've got lots of things. Suicidal ideology, chronic depression. Yeah, lots of things. Psychosis. I'm probably got more things than that too. I just have not been diagnosed with them yet. Do you have siblings? I do not have siblings. How do they feel about you making YouTube videos? They are quite okay with it. They don't mind it at all. I'm going to say they're proud of me. I'm sure they are. Who else is out there? I'm only seeing one person here. Don't be shy. Alrighty. Luckily, I've got quite a few questions already. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Hopefully, well, no. In 5 years, I would like to be helping those that can't find help. I think there needs to be more resources for diagnosing BPD and getting help out there. I think a lot of people with BPD are ignored. We are seen to be needy and clingy and looking for attention, and so we get no attention. So yeah, my goal would be to somehow be able to help those people. What is your favorite YouTube channel? Recovery Mom, of course. I would be rude if I said anything else. How old are you? I should make you guess. I am 23. 23 years old. Thank you for asking. Can you tell us more about your jail experience? Jail sucks. Uh, what do I say about jail? I was always winding up in jail because I had a temper. I also had poor impulse control, a pretty good drug habit, and that's why I mostly wound up in jail. Whereas borderline women tend to wind up in ERs and mental health facilities. Men with BPD wind up in county jails and then usually the prison system. Luckily, I did not go to prison. I got close, but did not go to prison. One thing I can say about the jails is they don't really do anything to rehabilitate you. I think our jail system is incredibly flawed. We don't do anything to rehabilitate anybody. We just stick them in jail, kick them back out on the streets with no skills, no therapy, no counseling. And that is just horrible. Oh, there's a question. Please tell the story of how you wound up in Klamath Falls. That is a sad story. But it's kind of funny, too. All right, so I'll give you guys the real story. It was a mission from God. True story. God himself, well, Jesus, I think it was the one that told me to go to Klamath Falls. And what happened was, I don't think it was the drugs. A lot of people like to say it was the drugs. I don't think it was the drugs. But I was on drugs at the time. I was cooking dinner. And for some reason, I had this vision that I slit my wrists. It was very detailed. I saw myself with the knife. I saw myself slit my wrist. There was blood going everywhere. I was convinced I was dying. I called my roommate to let him know I'd slit my wrists and I was dying. I wanted him to know what would be there when he got home. Then, as I'm laying there, taking my last breaths, Jesus showed up and told me that I needed to go sell methamphetamine in Klamath Falls. It was a mission that I would make tons of money and it was a good idea. Then he disappeared back up into the clouds. I found my roommate standing over me, freaking out. Apparently, I had not cut my wrists. It was just all a vision. The next day, I bought a whole bunch of methamphetamine, loaded up my car, went to Klamath Falls to sell it. While the car broke down, I ended up not selling that meth, and then I got stuck there. So yeah, that's how I wound up in Klamath Falls. Don't ever go there. You'll get stuck. It's a black hole. Have you ever been outside the U.S.? No. I would like to. I don't know if I can with my criminal history. I don't think any other country would want me. I don't even know if they'll give me a passport. But yeah, I'd like to leave the U.S. Our brains are funny. But I really think it was a vision from maybe not Jesus, but some kind of being. What music do you like? Oh, if I were to tell you what music I like, that would be horrible, horrible, horrible. You would all laugh at me, make fun of me forever. So, can I choose not to answer that one? I've had my stages. There was a stage where I was really into country. Then I had my SPM stage where I was just rocking out to SPM. ICP stage. It's pretty much stages that I go through. There for a little bit I was into that alternative pop crap. I pretty much like everything. Right now I'm more in a comedy stage. Like I like Bo Burnham. I listen to a lot of Bo Burnham songs. And Trevor Moore, High in Church. I listen to that. Anything that makes me laugh. That's what I'm into these days. I tried to get away from the dark music because it just takes me to a bad place. And I'm not really that big of a thug, so I shouldn't be listening to thug music. Well, I'm out of questions that I had written down, so it's up to all of you now to figure out what you want to ask. I have all day, so. So earlier today, I was just pissed off. Well, hello. I was just pissed off at the world this morning. My roommate was trying to figure out why. It was because I'd realized that everybody wants the same thing. Like, we're all pretty much set up the same. We want companionship, love, to help others, to not feel abused. And none of us can seem to achieve it. And I made the realization that if everybody would just listen to me, that the world would be a perfect place. At which point my roommate agreed that if everybody listened to him, the world would be a perfect place. And it's just one of those things that everybody just thinks that. Do you go to DBT therapy? No, but I would like to. The reason I'm not in DBT therapy at the moment is trying to get into counseling. I've been fighting to get into counseling for the last 3 months with no success. So I keep having to harass them, but they just don't seem to care that I need in there. I was doing DBT therapy though up until 3 months ago. I had done about 6 months, so I just need to finish it up. So what is counseling? Or you go talk to somebody that listens to your problems, and well, you pay them $150 to $200, and then for an hour they'll listen to your problems, and they won't give you any real help whatsoever. Not even if you directly ask them, they will never, ever, ever tell you anything you should do, because you must find that within yourself. So I don't know why we pay them. I know it's a lot. And they don't do anything. They just listen. And when you ask them something, they just use double talk. You can ask them something like, should I stop punching people in the face? And they won't say yes. They'll just be, do you think you should stop punching people in the face? No, and then they'll tell you to look inwards. What is health insurance? I don't understand. Luckily, yes, it is actually covered with health insurance, but only if you're on the welfare health insurance, I've found. Right now, since I'm not employed, I get Oregon provides me with health insurance, and that covers everything. But if I were to get a job, then it would no longer be covered through their insurance, usually. So it's another good reason to not work, because then I wouldn't be able to get it covered. Which is a bit screwed up, I think. Benzoids. No, I have not, but a lot of people tell me to try them. I heard they are awesome. I'm not even really sure what those are. Is it an antidepressant or an upper? Or... Am I on meds? Yes, I am on meds. Ooh, I could show you my meds, but then I'd have to go grab them. I'm on 5 different kinds of meds. I've never been to Amsterdam, but I do know somebody in Amsterdam. You shouldn't need to pay somebody to listen. They've got these like super intelligent chat bots you can talk to these days. It's a lot cheaper. They'll listen to your problems. They like to insult you, so I don't know. They're kind of rude. Back to the meds. I do agree that no meds can help BPD, but meds can help other symptoms like depression and so on. I know they got me on some antidepressant that helps, and they've got me on an anti-anxiety that seems to help. It could be a placebo too. I could just believe that it helps, and it actually does not. Dating sites. Yes, I am, but I keep getting the runaround. And the people on these dating sites are just, their standards are way too high. It really just blows my mind. And they're so down. I don't know. Most of them scare me off before I even want to make contact with them. I'll read their profile and it's all, you know, I'm sick of being hurt and cheated on, and I ain't going to put up with no bullshit from no man looking to date. It's like, I'm scared of you now. I don't want to contact you. You're supposed to hide that stuff until we're dating. Well, thank you for the, looks like a worldwide audience. 8 people's not worldwide. Oh, I get you. Well, okay. Yeah, never mind. I don't think. Yeah, that is cool. Woo. Do you have any tips? The best tip that I have is staying present. It's hard to get wrapped up in your mind if you stay in the moment. That is very difficult to do sometimes. Yeah, if I start to really start getting trapped in my head, I'll just bring it down to like listening to my breathing, the clock, noticing the paint on the walls, all those little things to try to get my brain to stop going. Well, why would you go to a therapist if you have problems talking with them? I love talking to my therapist because I could say some crazy shit and they can't tell nobody. And I like to see their reactions. So have fun with it, and then you can tell them a lot of things. I love seeing the look on their face when you tell them something really screwed up. Or when you spend the whole session telling them one thing, and then by the end of it, you've already like switched your mood and everything goes the other direction. But I have learned, don't tell counselors things because they will lock you up. When you were in high school, did you know you were different from the other students? I knew I was different from everybody else. Way back in elementary school, I knew I was different. I was always odd and weird and never fit in with the crowd. I just wasn't into the things that kids were into. I mean, they were into cartoons and stuff. I was watching horror films. I don't know. Most of the kids had this innocence that I just didn't have. And so I always felt that I was ahead of them or something. Find it hard because you feel judged. Well, don't feel judged. And also, who cares if they're judging you? And I think they're paid not to judge you. And you are paying them, so they can't be too judgmental. And all the therapists I've ever seen, they won't tell me nothing. They won't. I wish they would judge me. My triggers for BPD rage. Yeah. Not getting my way. I hate the word no. That will trigger me really fast. Yep. Don't like being told no. Don't like not getting what I want. That goes with the whole not liking the word no. Feeling like anytime I feel somebody's putting me down, talking behind my back, all the paranoid, crazy stuff, I'll get all pissed off. Deucey Davis, I see you. What advice do you have for norms? Well, Mr. Deucey Davis, I have advice for you. I think that you need to come and join me on a live stream, and you can give Norms some advice on what it's like to deal with somebody with BPD. What advice would I have for you? Don't say no. Now, what advice do I have for Norms? That's a tough one, actually. Because I'd like to say be patient. There's a lot of things I'd like to say, but it would actually feed into BPD, so I don't think it would work. Boundaries. We'll go with boundaries. I think if you are a norm, that you have to make boundaries, and you have to make boundaries early on. At least for me, because I will push it. I like to see how far I can push it without them doing anything about it. So I'll keep pushing it and keep pushing it. And once you try to set up a boundary, once our relationship has already been established, it's very hard. I'm not going to probably go for it. That's just me. I used to do that, the whole see everything as criticism. But I stopped. I don't know how I stopped. I just stopped caring if people criticized me. I don't know. Even though I still don't like being criticized. I just stopped caring what people thought. If they judged me, if they criticized me, I just really just stopped caring. It rented too much space in my head, and I couldn't do it. It drove me too crazy. Panic attacks, yeah, I get a lot of anti-anxiety pills have helped with panic attacks. And I never see anybody. I never leave the house, so that helps a lot too. Am I pleased with how the live stream is going? Yes and no. Yes, I'm happy that it's going well. I'm actually quite surprised. I figured that nobody would actually watch the live stream. So I figured it'd be an easy day. I would go answer a couple questions and then go take a nap for the rest of the day. But now people are actually here. So I've got to do a little works. When is Mr. Face going to collab with you? I don't know what that means. But whenever they want to. What is your favorite dish? I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite dish. I like them all. All right. Yes, I like the likes. Keep the likes coming. And yes, for panic attacks and thinking everyone's critical, avoid them at all costs. Just stay at home all the time. Collab with dead body? What? Okay. I'm willing to collaborate with anybody. I'm not picky. Well, actually, I am picky. They have to have way more subscribers than me because it has to be beneficial for me to collab with them. So anyone with a lot of subscribers, I'll collaborate with them. Isn't there homeschooling or internet schooling? School, I always felt judged. They were always asking me questions and making me answer things when I had like no idea what they were talking about. I was trying to sleep and they're asking me questions. Very judgmental in the school. I have serious abandonment issues. Any comments? That was a tough one. I have serious abandonment issues too. I don't have any advice for it really, because I still suffer with abandonment issues and freaking out. I mean, mine is so bad that I have like this routine of when people are supposed to be in the house. And even though I don't want to hang out with them or anything, if they're not at the house when they're supposed to be at the house, I figure everyone's abandoned me and left me. It's crazy. So yes, I am too working on abandonment issues. When I learn something, I will let you know. 3,000 subs, that is more than me. I'd probably collaborate with them. Can I explain what abandonment issues are? What does it feel like? Let's see. For me, it feels like I am completely alone in the world. Or with people that I've been close with, that they just no longer care, want to be around me. I can't figure out any really good reason why, even if I was a jerk. And I start feeling that before they've even done anything. And then normally my freaking out that they're going to not want to be my friend or they're going to abandon me ends up sorry, I got off topic. That I'll end up usually pushing them away a lot of times because I'll come on too clingy, too needy, and then it's self-fulfilling prophecy because they end up abandoning me because of my clinginess, and at least that's what they say. I can't really prove it because I never usually don't do the clingy thing. So when am I going to... Mr. Faces and Mr. Creepy Pervy Face, those Freddy's Nightmare videos. Oh, I don't know. That Creepy Pervy Face has not been doing videos lately. And I don't really know. That would be interesting, though. I could do it. It wouldn't be too hard to actually do a collaboration video. That is a good idea. I'm going to write that one down. It would be interesting. So I will do a collaboration video with Creepy Face here in the near future. That was actually a really good idea. Or a horrible one, depending on how it turns out. What is GAD? I don't know that one. How is that different from regular anxiety disorder, if you don't mind my asking? Now everybody's talking amongst themselves. I feel left out, feel abandoned. I don't know if I could watch Girl Interrupted again. I don't know if Creepy Face could watch Girl Interrupted. I don't think he would like that at all. Make for an interesting review. So yeah, in case anybody has no idea what we're talking about with the Creepy Face, I actually have another YouTube channel where I do movie reviews as Creepy Rapey Pervy Face. That was the original name. And in case you're all wondering why the hell I would choose a name like Creepy Rapey Pervy Face, there's actually a really good story behind that. It was freshman year. I had this crush on this girl, of course. It took me about 6 months to finally get the courage to ask her out. It was the first girl I ever asked out, too. After 6 months, I finally got the courage to ask her out. I went up to her. I asked her out. She looks at me with this look of terror. And she's like, "But you have a creepy, pervy, rapey face," and ran off. And that stuck with me. I mean, I can understand my face being creepy and maybe pervy, but how can it be rapey? I just didn't understand how my face could be rapey. I still don't get that. So when I did the YouTube channel, I decided to be Creepy, Rapey, Pervy Face because, yeah, so she did the name for that one. But nobody ever gets it, and they just think I'm weird unless I tell them the story. I actually have 3 YouTube channels, but the third one's really hard to find. I was testing out a lot of things until I figured out one that actually was working. Really? You're into Freddy's Nightmares. It's hard to find anybody that remembers that show. Best show ever on television, hands down. Incredibly hard to get a copy of. That's interesting that you just stumbled upon it. Well, good job. Now we'll see if you can find the third channel. That one's a little harder to stumble upon. Dead air, not good. I guess I'll have to talk about something. I got nothing. Oh, did I have notes? I have notes. Notes are good. What do we write down in our notes? Those aren't notes. They're just doodles. Those don't help me. Never bring doodles to a live stream. Horrible idea. Oh, crap. I guess we'll... Got nothing. Let's have to make something up. Let's see what's going on over here. So what is the difference between BPD, BTSD, CPTSD? I have no idea. That's a lot. Yes, money issues do bring on BPD issues for me. That's almost like you're just wanting me to do a plug for my Patreon page. Just throw in a commercial. Time to do some singing, only if I can edit it. I can't edit it right now. I don't have my powers. I love the power of editing. I don't even have anything to sing about. Oh, yes, I have anger issues. Huge, 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 huge anger issues. I try to control it. Yeah, if I get angry, there's no controlling it if I actually get angry. But war stories, we're not supposed to war story. War stories are not therapeutic, they say. At least that's what they taught me in rehab. No war stories. No, really, that's what they taught me in rehab. Wow. I'll get mad at the littlest things. Video games. Can't play video games. Anytime I play a video game, there's going to be a hole in the wall. Controllers getting broken. I broke 2 TVs in the same week playing the same damn game. Ridiculous. It was one of those Vizio cheap-ass TVs. Never buy a Vizio. The TV I have right now is a Samsung. It's not too old, but it's not glass. I could throw anything at this TV and I might just get a little scratch in the screen. But those Vizios, they cannot handle a remote. Are you creative? I used to think I was. I don't know so much anymore. Whoa, Chairbook. I would think YouTube videos are creative, maybe. Well, thank you. I don't know if my body was reacting to a memory or just the fact that video games cheat. I hate video games. Oh, online poker. Ugh. That one would piss me off too. I get so mad. I wouldn't even be playing for very much money. I'd lose 5 cents. I'd get pissed. I was playing penny poker. NA. I don't. The A's. I don't know. NA, NA, CA. They've even got DA, Dual Diagnosis Anonymous. I've been to them all. They all have crappy coffee. I think support is fine. I like support. But with the A's, they always want you to, there's no ever moving past anything. Every damn day, they want you to come and talk about the same crap over and over and over again. I don't know if I could just do the A's and stay sane. Yeah, I don't like the A's. I'm not against them, but I don't really like them. I don't get what I need there, really. Also, I always feel like they're so damn judgmental. Flesh some ideas out more than others? Please explain. I guess I could tell another anger story. Oh, one time I was caught behind the bar getting in a fight with the dumpster. Apparently I lost. The dumpster won. I think I won, though. I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure I won. And then I was kicked out of the bar. I wasn't even in the bar. It was ridiculous. What do you think I should do when I reach 500 subs? I mean, 500's good, but 1,000's the magic number. At 1,000, I can actually start reaping some benefits, maybe. Well, I'm going to go for 1,000, and then I'm going for 5,000, and then probably the world. Or 10,000, we'll see. The world goal is really what I'm keeping my eye on. An extra long video. I stopped making long videos because nobody was watching them. Then again, that was a ways back. I used to make long videos. And then I would look at my watch time, and my watch time was 1.5 minutes. And I figured that was a bunch of stuff a bunch of time that was wasted not to be watched. But I think my watch time has gone up. A special edition? I'm pretty sure the collaboration video with Creepy Face, that one will be a long one. I mean, Creepy Face videos usually tend to go a little bit long. Marsha Lynn. I do not watch those videos. Should I? I will check them out. And if people want longer videos, I'll make longer videos. I just didn't think anybody wanted longer videos because I was going off the watch time. And yeah, I don't mind making long videos. I enjoy them. Lately, I've just found that I can get my point across without having to ramble on for too terribly long. I personally have been enjoying some of the quicker pace of my videos. Short and long video. I think that you're just happy with videos. So, but I will make some long videos. And yes, they do have their pros and their cons. I will definitely check out your channel. I thought I had already, but apparently maybe I did not. So yes, I will give it a look. How do I deal with depression? Badly. Jeez. I do not like depression. My depression spells are very intense. I find it very hard to snap out of them. They take me over. And even when I try to stay in the moment, I try to stay present. It's incredibly hard. And I just have to ride them out pretty much. So when I get depressed, I'll just know that I'm having one of my depressing spells and that it'll last anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days to, I think the longest was 3 weeks. But eventually they go away and then I feel better. But I don't really deal with depression. Do you have difficult feeling memories? I think so, if I'm understanding the question right. I try to not remember things, though. I try not to have memories so much. When I get depressed, yeah, definitely there are things that come up that are constant that I haven't been able to get over. And my dreams, I cannot escape memories when I dream. I can't stand dreaming. I love to sleep. I hate to dream. Yeah, I don't need to look at photos. It's in my brain. It's just already there. Yeah, there's a couple things that I figure it's just best not to remember because there's really nothing I can do about it. So I try not to. Do you remember your dreams a lot? Yeah, I remember my dreams way more than I'd like to. And it's really easy to remember my dreams because they're always the same, just reoccurring dreams where I get to relive the greatest losses of my life. It's awesome. Even though I had some weird dream the other night where a helicopter crashed and exploded, and that was random. Just stopped weed 9 days ago. Dreams suck. How much longer till they become light and fluffy? Today, no, they don't. Not for me anyway. I used to drink and smoke weed just so I wouldn't dream. And I still dream, and they haven't gotten all fluffy or light yet. I mean, the best dream I've had was the one where the helicopter crashed and exploded and put me on fire. If that tells you anything. I also forget the good memories. I think that might be a BPD thing. I don't know why we would push out the good memories for the negative ones. I think the negative emotions probably have more of a stronger, I think they're stronger. But I have no real good, yeah, I'm not really sure 100%. Because I try to have good memories. But yeah, those ones are very difficult. Do you experience false awakenings? Kinda. And I get that sleep paralysis crap where I wake up, but I can't move my body and there's demons standing over me, messing with me. So, yeah, those are always fun. I don't know why there's always got to be demons, why they can't just be like naked fairies. That'd be a lot better. Are they dreams or subconscious thoughts? I think they're a mixture of both. I think dreams come from our subconscious thoughts. So. Stopped weed 3 months ago and dreams are getting worse. Yeah, dreams suck. They really do. And that goes with the whole subconscious thing. And we have a lot of baggage that we know about, and even more baggage that we don't know about that is in our subconscious. And they come out in our dreams. So yeah, we have horrific dreams. Do I believe in reincarnation? Kind of, yeah, probably, maybe. Not so much. My belief system's kind of weird. I kind of go with more of a Buddhist type look at it, but it's not even Buddhist. I've just kind of adopted my own belief system. I think that if we wanted to be reincarnated, then yes. I do believe we get a choice in the matter. Somebody told me this one thing. Oh, this is the worst thing in the world. All right. And oh, this terrifies me. This is what gives me just the shits right here. So I was talking to this guy one time, and he said, what if, all right, so you die and you see, you know how people talk about the tunnel and the white light? Well, what if that tunnel and that white light is just you being born? So you die, you see the tunnel, the white light, you think you're going to heaven or whatever, but no, you're just being reborn. And then you have all of the knowledge of your life, your whole life that you've had. You have enough time to realize that you were born and that this has probably been a cycle that is just going on for eternity. You live the same life over and over again, constantly being reborn to just live it over. And then the doctor slaps you on the ass and you forget that whole thing. And then you relive your life until you're reborn again. Terrifies the shit out of me. Ugh. I will be so pissed if he was right. What is your mom like? Well, I got to be careful because Most likely she's watching, even though I think she's hiding. She hasn't commented or anything. So my mom is wonderful and great and caring and compassionate and the best mother anybody could ever ask for. When I have sleep paralysis, do you see the... No, I just see demons. Or I don't know if they're really demons. They're very scary, evil little creatures. I can't even really say that they're evil. I don't really know for sure. I'm judging. I'm being very judgmental on the creatures I see when I wake up paralyzed. I could just be afraid. They could be perfectly nice. Yes, my dreams also seem real, incredibly real. And they can make and break my day as well. They can also make it where I don't want to get up because my dreams are better sometimes. Because in my dreams, I get to interact with the person that I lost. And that interaction, whether good or bad, is worth it, that I just do not want to return to reality. So, yeah. It gets difficult. Is BPD genetic? I don't know of anybody in my family that has it other than me. So I'm going to say trauma, but it could be a combination of both. Yeah, as far as I know, nobody in my family has BPD. There have been crazy people in my family, though. So they could have just never been diagnosed. And I'm not that close with my family. I'm close with my mother. That's about it. The rest of my family, I don't really see. And so I don't really have any information on them too much. Nor do I really want information on them. I'm supposed to be contacting them. I said I was going to. And yeah, I have not done that yet. I contacted a couple of them. I contacted my cousins. It was just weird. I've got the one cousin that really won't return my calls, but not because they don't like me, but because they're crazy as well. So they're so crazy they don't want to contact me because they're afraid that I'll abandon them. And yeah, I think they've got the same kind of thing I do. And then the other cousin is just way too bubbly and happy and wants to be family. Like, nothing ever happened. We're family. We're close. It's one extreme to the other. What if you cannot determine or remember the trauma that may have caused BPD? I don't think that remembering the trauma or even knowing the exact trauma that caused BPD could do anything about it. I'm not sure that it would. I have lots of traumas that I could try to narrow it down to. But I think once the trauma has happened, even understanding the trauma or knowing what it was isn't going to reverse it or make you feel any different about it. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, though. If you can manage jobs and children, what does this say about your BPD? You are high functioning. Yep, right there. It means you're high functioning. And there are quite a few high functioning I mean, I was high functioning for a while until I had my Jesus encounter. I would get up in the morning, smoke a bunch of meth, go to work, come home, drink a bunch of alcohol, and I did that for years and years and years. Oh yeah, I smoked weed too, just to balance out. But no, nobody ever knew. At least they never said anything. I found it pretty damn impressive that I could be drunk and spun and stoned and still hold down a job. I know some people, they have one drink and they're falling down and can't handle themselves. Now I'm war storying though. Don't want to romanticize the drug days. Weed makes me all weird. I can't smoke weed anymore. It just, I go completely brain dead and get super paranoid. I don't know what happened to me. I used to be able to smoke it all day long, but I think the last time I smoked weed, I forgot who I was. I took a hit and everything just went all fuzzy and I had no idea what was going on. It was crazy. So we have reached the hour point of this live stream, which is actually the point I was thinking of stopping it if it did well. Because this was just a test run to see how live streaming would be. I'm actually super happy that we made it to an hour. I did not think anybody would show up, and I'd like to thank all of you for participating and showing up. I do believe we will definitely do another live stream in the near future. I'll have to write more notes though next time. So yes, thank you all. I'm going to end it now because I'm really ran out of things to say, and I didn't think we'd make it to an hour, so I got to go jump up and down and be all excited and stuff, and I don't want all of you to have to witness that. So thank you all. I appreciate it. And until next time, keep on keeping on.